The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll be dropped at the 30. With a shifty move, got him a couple extra on the play. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
And the third down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. Going for it on fourth down. Allen, he's going to loft one. Deep left side here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On second down, here's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Get up! 21! Ready! 25! 11!
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, 47 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Buffalo's offense coming back out here. This is a team that regressed a bit this season to 6-10, 9-7 in a playoff team a year ago. But, and you talked about this earlier, they do seem to have their quarterback of the future in Josh Allen.
They certainly do. Their goal now is to get a better offensive line to protect him. Took too many hits, had to run for his life way too many times. The defense, though, that was a revelation, although it probably shouldn't be since their head coach is a former defensive coordinator in Sean McDermott. The #2 ranked defense in the NFL. There are things to build off of for the Buffalo Bills moving forward.
On second down, here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Hauschka adds the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons are in for 6. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back at the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters, corner for the Rams, against Michael Thomas, receiver of the Saints. In the last game, Michael Thomas really got over on him, over 200 yards receiving. And the Saints said that was the game plan, to attack Marcus Peters. He vowed it would be different if they met again. Here's his opportunity this Sunday.
Allen looks to throw on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They do go for it. Here's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
For the Falcons, Charles, we talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that
under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Lorenzo Alexander coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Gun. Wait.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Ryan. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back to Buffalo after this. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On play action, Allen. They'll roll him out right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Allen. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And his kick is right through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Well, as they take the field here for the next drive, let's talk about the AFC Championship game. How excited are you for Mahomes and Brady, Chiefs and Patriots?
I'm very excited because, remember, this is a rematch game, just like in the NFC, where they played in the regular season, but this time the site is different. Regular season, they were in Foxborough, and Tom Brady and the Patriots won late against Kansas City. But how about this? The first quarterback to have a 50-touchdown season, Tom Brady, he's taking on the latest to do so in Patrick Mahomes.
And you've also got the likely MVP in Mahomes against arguably the greatest to do it all time. The storylines here just at the quarterback position are limitless.
Yeah, and remember we said they met in the regular season? It was 43-40, the win for the Patriots in Foxborough, but Kansas City walked out of there vowing revenge.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Jones. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Hey, gun.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Ready. 125.
Throwing again. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Bryant's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they get the field goal here at the end of the second quarter and take the lead into the lockers.
And isn't that what every team wants to do? Right at the end of the half, put points on the board, and go into the locker room feeling a lot better about themselves.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chick someone at the second level.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll check this one down to McCoy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And, boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. LaShawn McCoy unable to get to the marker. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
25. Gun. 11.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And by the way, need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge tournament is still open in MUT Drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000.
That's what I'm wondering.
Get in, get it done. Let's have some fun.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Gun, gun, gun. 21.
Now Ryan on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Ryan will throw again. Drops it off for Coleman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Coleman. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Hank's almost going to get into QB 1-0 when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And no, it's incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this one is incomplete. Charles Clay is tight in the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
No. Check. Patriot. Gun. Detroit.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing now is Allen. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 12. Got it. 20. Gun. Let's go.
Throwing now is Ryan. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now the Bills will take another timeout.
as he'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They'll pitch it out to McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. And it's caught over the middle. Hooper. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup after the penalty. 12 yards, and it's 2nd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
They'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Ready. Like 25. Go.
He's back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
22. Hey, South. 11. 21.
Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Ryan and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Ready. 5, 25.
Ryan to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green, 39.
To throw is Allen. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though
Money back.